There's YouTube and there's my ad. Hey, these paid light bills, okay? Anyway, hello everybody. It's Doris from DF Designs. Welcome to my live. Welcome to my Saturday giveaway live. And today it's going to be all about doing more nail techniques on resin pieces. I know that sounds weird, but it can be done bigger. So first, let me say hello to my moderators, and I see Linda, and I see Lorraine, and I see Moose in the chat. So let's give a round of applause. Woohoo! My camera's so close I can't even clap. Thank you, ladies. I couldn't do this without you. And hello, Melinda. How are you, dear? I hope you're feeling okay. So anyway, once you lose number one, you're number two. No, you lost number one, lost number two. Now you're number three, Linda. I'm joking, honey. Okay, first, let me show off. I hope everybody saw my little short where I finished these off. Here's the turtle. This is what happens when you don't have enough pigment powder or mica powders on your stamper and you go to pick up the white. Okay, this is what happens. Oh, that's great, Melinda. So, and he's also today's giveaway. And here is the moose that I did. I need to fix this on here. I need to, oh, hello, Miss Susan. Hi, hi, hi. Nice to see you here. But anyway, here is the moose that I did. Here is, well, I think I either finished him or already had done him. The betta fish. Here is, I guess you could call this a goldfish. I don't know. But see how I did his, did the neons all the way around and then on the sides and on his head. And then here is the little fish. So anyway, this is today's giveaway. Today, that's coming up later in the live. Today, I'm going to be doing some other nail techniques. I'm going to show you a picture. Hang on a second. Where is it? There it is. Okay. I had to practice these first because they are not, I don't have the exact tools and materials to do that they used in their video. I don't know how to pronounce her name. The list is down below, okay? I wanted to make sure that what I had worked. You can see by the fire one, I do need to use a little bit darker red, which I think I figured out which one it is. So, but the other two are just white gel and then pigment on top of it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And something is wrong with my camera. There we go. Okay, and tell me if it gets to be too bright, okay? And what I'm going to be doing is whatever piece I'm working on, I'm going to be putting it on here because that'll be easier to pick it up. First thing I want to do is I'm going to do this one. It's just a plain black piece. Let me see. What is Susan doing? I'm sorry, I'm nosy. I gotta scroll back up. What is Susan doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, you got a lot of family, I know, and that's what's going on. Okay, so anyway, what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to do the smoke one, which is the one all the way over the very long oval. That was supposed to be the smoke, but because of how small it is, I didn't get it done exactly the way I wanted to. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with your Stampin' Gel. I'm going to get my 91% alcohol handy, okay? Okay, trying to figure out how to do this to get all these little containers on camera. Yeah, congrats to your niece, hon. Okay, so first what you're going to do is I'm using a liner brush, okay? Very, very fine liner brush, okay? And all you're going to do, now you don't have to use Stampin' Gel. She uses French tip gel, I think it is, in her video, but you could probably also do it with a gel, polish too. So basically, I'm dipping it in, getting a little bit on there, okay? And then just doing a line of it. Don't want to get it too heavy, but don't want to get it too light either. Well, I just got an ad. Skip. Make sure my chat is caught up. See, that's all I'm doing is just painting some lines on here. Okay, come on. Just painting some lines, and then we're going to go in and turn it into smoke. Or try to. Okay, I'm going to put the cat back on that. Okay, now, what I always, where's my pads? There we go. These are supposed to be lint-free. They're off of Amazon. They're not lint-free. Okay, so next, I'm going to clean off my brush just to get it clean, because I don't want it to sit here. A pox on YouTube. Oh no. So sorry about that, Linda. Okay, next, you're going to get yourself a wider brush, okay? If you buy that set that I got listed down below, you'll see. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to just get some alcohol up here. So I'm going to get some alcohol on my brush, and then I'm basically going to put it in here into the line. And then feather it out into a lighter, okay, I'll bring it up in a second. Let me finish this line. And then when you start getting too much product on there, clean it off. Okay. Get a little bit more alcohol. Okay. And a little bit on this line. Okay. And then clean it off. Okay. So now what I've got is I've got that line, okay? I'm trying to tilt it so you can see it a little bit better. I got that line that I put on there, okay? And then I used the alcohol to smear it out into a smoke pattern. Hail, Jeff B. Nice to see you. Okay, let me close this lid. Put this over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this for 60 seconds. I don't know. I don't have a 60-second mark on this, so. Because the next step we're going to do is we're going to put micas on there. So, okay. So, here we go. Hail, Jeff B. Okay. I don't know. Let me see. I got to stand up because I don't want to tilt my lamp. Hasn't been quite 60 seconds yet. Yeah, it's like blowing out paint. Basically, you're watering it down a little bit and you're pushing it around. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough, so let me turn it off. Okay, one thing you want to be careful with, you can hold it at an angle to see, is if you still got too thick of the white right here, it'll look wetter than the stuff around it. So you want to be careful there when you're putting on your mica powders. Okay, now I am just going to go through this and put some mica powders on there. And it's okay if you get it into the black. It's not going to stick to the black, okay? There we go. Because you're going to brush it off. And I don't have the brush that she uses on her channel, but I do have a makeup brush, a big one. Yeah, exactly, Susan. Yes, I love it. Except this one's going to look kind of like smoke. See, you get it all over the white. And it's okay if you get it onto the black because it'll come off. Okay, I'm going to put some green over there. Put some green right there. Okay, and let me put some orange on the other half. There we go. Okay, just covering all of it. Because you, especially where the line's at, you'll be able to see where you didn't cover it at. Because it'll be a bright white, which will stick out like a sore thumb in the middle of all this. I'm sorry, y'all. It's probably, you're probably getting the commercials because I'm not talking a lot, okay? Because I'm concentrating. And then the YouTube algorithms. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, now finish off that other one with the purple. Now, I know a lot of you probably already have the mica powders and the little makeup sponges. That's what this is a makeup sponge, by the way. I just started using them last week, so I'm just keeping those for my neons. Okay, then you take a soft bristle brush and you dust over it to get rid of it. And then, let me see if there's a place I can show you at. Well, yeah, okay, there's one right here. Where's my, there it is. Okay, you have a Q-tip handy, okay? You get a little bit of rubbing alcohol on it, and then you can go over where you don't want the powder at, if it happens to stick. to clean up those black areas that you want to stay black. Okay, let me see. Oh no! That is terrible. Okay, so there you go. It's all cleaned off. Now the last step to do, and you can use just UV resin that's in a bottle, or you can get a clear top coat. It all depends on what you have handy. And then you basically, okay, I still got a little bit of, there we go. I still had a little bit of alcohol on there, so my resin wasn't quite setting. And then you brush it and smooth it out just like you would on a nail. This sets and protects the micas from going anywhere. Next week I'm going to do another one that I got to practice with a little bit. I found one that looks like little neon stuff, but I got to make some more of these black pieces to do it on because the neons look better on the black. Okay, you just want a thin coat. Okay, now I'm going to put it in for a minute. I wish my thing had a minute setting on it, but it doesn't. And I see that you guys are talking about commercials. Okay, I'm going to unpin this now. I pinned your message up there, Linda, so that way people would see it as they came in. Now, I know this looks weird, but this is like a resin palette, okay? And it's for some of this stuff to go on when you don't want to try to get it out of the bottle. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm not going to do it on camera, but it's holes up here, so this is the way it's going to hang when I put the bail on it. But it's going to need another coat of clear on it to seal it in. But there you go. There is your neon smoke. Okay, now I'm trying to find a place to put it at. Okay, let me bring this piece over. I want to put it, I'm going to have to put it over here on the table because I don't want it to get into anything. Okay, now, next thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to do, what's the other, oh, I'm going to do the one with the toothbrush, okay? I forgot to put a link down below, but I'm sure some of you who don't wear dentures and have your own teeth have some of these at home, okay? And it's called I did put a link down below. It's called an end tuft, I think. It's meant to get in between your teeth where your toothbrush can't, okay? And basically what you do is, now I use a little scoop, okay, to scoop out some and get it on the palette. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to do this without having to put that down. Okay. Yeah, there we go. End tuft. I forgot the exact name of it, okay? And then you want to clean this off so it doesn't, well, this is a silicone, these are those little silicone tools you can get with those little cups. Okay, now, here we go. You take, I like using the flat one, okay? And basically, Basically, you want to just do some dotting. Sometimes you can do little scratches. I want it a little bit darker right there and a little bit darker right there too. Okay, let me show you this before I pop it in. Okay, you do that with whatever white you're using. I'm using stamping gel. She uses the one for what the heck are Olapops? That was the second commercial. Okay, sorry, I can't pick the commercial. Okay, and then after you do that, then you need to, it's a gel, so you need to set it for 60 seconds. Okay, and while it's in there for that 60 seconds, you can take your little pad, clean the end of this, and clean this off. I'm going to be doing next week, I'm going to be doing a couple of them that I'll be using this to put the stuff down there, because I'll also be diluting it. What was I going to do? I'm trying to think. Oh, it's going to be that next. Okay, so it sets up a little bit. Oh, you're just being pissy. Okay. Well, hey, join the crowd. Everybody gets pissy with YouTube. And don't forget, y'all, after I do the third one, we are going to give this little guy away who's got his little neons spots on him. The last one we're going to do, and let me make sure, yeah, I got a big one left. I'm going to do the fire on this one. What did I do with that? There's some smudgies on here. Let me clean it off while I can to let it dry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to do it the same way we did the smoke. Okay, here is my green. Now you don't want to rub, you want to just tap, okay? Because you don't know if you got like a big area that might be a little wet still, that didn't set up. There we go. And then you just put micas all over. Okay, let me get my brush for my pink out. Oh yeah, happy Father's Day. Do you have kids, Jeff? I don't know if Jeff has kids or not. Okay, there's the pink. Now all I got left to do is, oh, I need to do some blue. Blue. And some purple. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Dub. I mean, happy Father's Day, Dub. Not birthday, Father's Day. Okay, let me get some purple. And then the last one to do is a little bit of yellow down here in this corner. Yeah, and fur babies count too. And Dub is father to 2 fur babies. He's got a Jackson and he's got Kitty. Okay, now you can see where it went outside the white into the black. So what you do is you do this, because that black resin is not sticky. the white is, but not the black. So then you set that for 2 minutes. Well, 1 minute. Not that you know about. Okay, and this is going to be the last piece that I do. Okay, wait a minute. Let me get on here and try to clean off a little bit of this. Looked a little cloudy. I will do the Oh, okay. I didn't know about that. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to give it a quick coat on here of UV resin. There we go. Okay. Pull-up pants commercial. Oh no. I think, I don't know, but doesn't YouTube, don't they have like a algorithm? Doesn't YouTube have an algorithm that kind of knows a little bit about you, like your age and your interests? Not saying that you need them, Susan, but okay. Let me stick this under there. And while it's under there, because I'm done with the powders, I'm going to put my lids on these powders. These powders, I've had these things for years. They last a long, long time. Come on. Because you're barely putting anything on there. And don't forget, this, I didn't bring it up here. I'm sorry that I didn't. But Tuesday, and oh, let me see if I can go find it real quick. I've got a link because I'm waiting for the light to finish. Okay, oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let me, there we go, videos. Okay, this Tuesday, I have, oh, I can't share it. It won't let me share it. Well, you piece of crap. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta go back to my live. Okay, it won't let me share it. Okay, but this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central, which is 7 p.m. Eastern, I do have another skull video, and this one is based on something that my friend Jessica over in the UK did, Flow Art by Jessica. So, and it involves resins, epoxy resin, cat's eye pigments, and magnets. They listen to your phone. Okay. I didn't know that they eavesdrop. They need to shut up or stay out of our business, huh? No, I guess that's the age of ads now. That's the way advertisers know what to tell you or show you. Okay, come on. Hang on, I'm trying to get these last two capped. There we go. Just want to get them closed so I don't accidentally sneeze and get them all over the place. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is, I will do another coat if, because, yeah, I could use it a little later. I will do another coat, but here is dabbing the white on. I mean, you can go crazy with all kinds of ways of getting that white on there. Tinfoil hat. Are you going to put newspaper on your windows? Okay. Cover all your windows with newspapers. Okay. First thing I'm going to do the black. Now this is black, but I'm going to put some black polish on there, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat a coat of black polish from the center up, okay? Not setting it yet. She puts this black on there, so I wanted to do it too, even though my piece is black. Okay, that was the black. Now, down below, I'm going to do the orange. Now, these are all gel polishes. They come in that set. You can buy other sets too. You don't have to necessarily buy the set I put down. And I couldn't find the one that I actually bought because it was off of Temu, and it's discontinued now. Okay, there we go. Nice, good coverage of the orange. Okay, put that in for 60 seconds. Thank you, Susan. Okay. Well, it doesn't have to be quite. It just needs to be cured so it doesn't move when I go to put the rest of the stuff on. Okay. Next thing I saw her do, and I can't remember what channel it was on. I'm looking for my glitter. What you do is, thank you. You get a glitter top coat, and you put that up here to give this is supposed to be the sky, I guess you could say, to give it a little sparkle. Bring it up so you can see it, although I don't know if you can see the sparkle or not. Very, very hard to show you on wet UV resin. Linda, you're a hoot, honey. You think they heard you cuss? I don't know. Okay. Trying to move my mica brushes over because I'm getting micas all over the place right here. Where'd that little thing go? There it is. One thing that lady does, and I thought about doing it, but I'm going to need a place to put my brushes at too, is she puts a wet baby wipe down and then opens her containers up over that. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's enough curing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is there's my red. Okay, you're going to put some red down. You don't need to brush it because you're going to manipulate it, so you just dot it on there. They need to quit forking around. I've been trying to figure out a way to do some of this stuff with a fork too. I would love to do some forking resin videos, or some resin forking videos. I don't know which way to say it, because everybody seems to love when I do fork videos. Okay, then you put a little bit of pink down below. Okay, and let me see. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit orange so it'll mix up in there. Okay. Yeah, I want a fork. It's been a while since I've done a fork. It's been a while since I gave a fork. Sorry. Okay, hang on. I need to get a bigger fan in this room. It's 86 degrees in here. Okay. Now, I use a very thin dotting tool only because, let me skip add. Okay. What did I just do? What did I just do? I don't want that up there. Okay. Okay, you take your dotting tool and basically you're going to run it through the colors down here. To get it to do what looks like flames. Okay, I think it needs a little bit more red. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, Moose. And that was the orange. I know it looked gold, but that was the orange. I'm just trying to get some more red in here. Thank you, Moose. I told you I was going to do fire. Okay, let me get some of this red up here. There we go. And then you can come down a little bit into the orange with some of it too. I need to get a couple different shades of red. Okay, let me fix this right here. Okay, so there are my flames. You set it for 60 seconds and then you do a top coat, okay? So I'm going to do the top coat, but let me see. Trying to think what else I could do today. I could try it. I don't know if it's going to work, okay? But I got one other technique that I didn't list and I haven't tried yet. So I'm going to try it on this. There's another one, okay? Okay. Neon signs. You know that the neon sign itself is very, very, how do you put it? It's very, very basic, okay? Okay. I gotta turn that off before I open this. Okay, let me see. I need a shape to follow, so what I do is I search neon designs, okay? And I just need something in front of me so I know which way to go. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go to images. Okay, I think I'm going to do the lightning bolt one, if everybody can see it, okay? That looks very, very basic, but you're going to love the easy way. And you could probably do this in acrylics too. I just haven't tried it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I need my fine brush. You need your fine brush. You need some white, okay? And you want to keep, you don't want it to spread out too far. Okay, let me see. So this one is shorter than the other side. See, that's why I needed a shape to follow. Okay, down a little bit. This one goes over a little bit. This one goes over a little bit. Up and up too. Okay. Okay. Because you're going to be amazed when you see how this turns into neon. My line is a little messy, okay? But here is my bolt. Okay, let me go back to my video on my phone. Up. Okay. Okay. So here is my very minimalistic bolt shape, okay? I don't need this right now, so let me put a lid back on it. Let me find that thing, that pad, find a clean spot to clean my brush off. Okay, now I'm going to do it in the purple. Let me see how the purple looks over it. Okay, oops, almost forgot. Gotta put it in there for 60 seconds before you put anything else on it. Okay. Trying to fit both of them in there at the same time. Okay. I'm afraid to put any of this down with the light going. And you need a bright color, and you also need some clear top coat. Now the only reason I'm using the top coat instead of the actual UV resin I have is because this is a polish, and I don't know if I can mix this with the UV resin to thin it, so that's why I'm doing it. Come on. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me see. Yep. Okay. So now I'm only doing it in one color, okay? So I'm going to put a little bit of this purple down. I'll bring it up to the camera in a second, okay? And then I'm going to put a top coat. Where'd my top coat go? I'm going to put a little pile of the top coat above it. Okay. Okay, so there is my two piles, okay? Now, one thing I don't like to do is I don't like to use a brush to mix stuff. So you want to drag some of this purple over here, and you want to get it what you call a lighter shade, okay? Now, I'm going to take one of the other brushes that's a little bit wider. Well, no, I can use I can use the liner brush. Where'd my liner brush go? Okay. You go into the undiluted color, okay, and you go over it. So you can see I'm just painting over the line. It's okay if it goes a little bit off of the line, because when it gets off of the white, it's going to look a little bit faded, and that's what you want around the edge anyway. Okay. Oh, you guys are talking about food in there. Let me see, is that the skinniest brush I got? Well, I got this one. Yeah, I can use. Well, that one's not clean. Let me see. Okay, I'll have to use this one. I forgot to put my hand in front of this. Okay. Okay, here is the purple over the white. Now we're going to take another brush and we're going to pick up some of this up here, and we're going to paint around the outside of it and around the line. Okay, I know you can't see it right now, but this is what's going to give it the neon glow. Now I'm going to do a little bit on the inside. There we go. Okay, let me put this back in. Let me move this palette over here so it doesn't get hit with the light. I think those are the only two shades I'm really going to need to do, so I'm not going to need this brush anymore. But there is one last thing that you do, and you always set each layer on this for 60 seconds, or at least just to get it okay, I have no idea what y'all are talking about. Must be a commercial. Okay. Now there's one last thing to do, and this is to make the design pop. Okay, you take your white and your little brush, and you get the smallest amount on there, and you paint a very thin white line down the center of the purple. And it doesn't have to be fill in the whole thing. What I mean is, if the line breaks somewhere, that's okay. Because what it's doing is, I'll just bring it up in a second, hang on. It's giving an illusion of the neon. Now it'll pop once I do a top coat on it. So let me put this back in there for a few seconds. Okay, Moose, it is it's 49 minutes after the hour. So, would you like to run that ad? Because we're going to do a giveaway. Because, okay, wait. There we go. There we go. There it is. Okay. It's for the turtle. Hang on a second. Let me get these out. Okay. But for those of you that may not want the turtle, I do have a backup one just in case you don't want the turtle, but you want to enter. I'm giving away the skull too. Okay, so you can have your choice. This was my water bead skull. Okay, so you can have your choice of one or the other if you win. Okay, so if Moose would like to type, go in the chat. I will be watching the chat while I'm painting these, okay? And I'll holler stop when I see it. So start typing numbers between 25 to 50. Okay. There we go. There's the word go. Looking for some numbers. Huh, okay. Anybody? Oh, there's a number. Okay. And I will holler stop when I see the number. Oh, Lorraine, you got very close. But no cigar yet. Since you're the only one putting numbers in, you should just start for one of those numbers and just enter each number by itself. And then you'll hit on it eventually. And it's between 25 to 50, honey. Well, Lorraine, nobody else is putting numbers in. Okay. Oh, there's we go. There's Susan. Keep going. Okay. Ah! Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. We have a winner. It is Miss Moose. Hang on a second. I'm trying to get these into there. It is Miss Moose. Let me pull the number off of there. And if somebody wants to go up and check, it is number 45. All you need to do is tell me which one you want, Moose. And then, I mean, I can hold off on the shipping too, because if you want to ship it with something else later. So it's Miss Moose. Just tell me which one you want. Let me take the tape off the back of this so I can tape it to it. Okay. That looks like the Cookie Monster. Thank you, Linda. That looks like the Cookie Monster. Okay. So just tell me which one you want. And then you want the skull? Okay. She's going to get a collection of skulls in her house. Because she's got one already and one on the way, and then this one. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to rebox it with this one, and because I was getting ready to ship the other one out to you Monday, the one that I was just giving to you. Okay, let me real quick take this out of here. Okay, I don't know if it looks like neon to you or not. You guys tell me what you think, okay? This lighting sucks for this. Okay, but tell me, do you think it looks like neon? Oh, okay. Have a good day, Susan. And yes, congratulations, Moose. So tell me, everybody, does this look like neon? And then, of course, I've got my flames. This one looks like flames more than this one looks like neon. I gotta get some brighter colors of this. Okay, so listen, I'm gonna let everybody go because we got about 6 minutes till the rain. So thank you everybody for coming out. Good night, Susan. I know she was getting tired of YouTube's games today. You know, shout out to my grands, which is Devin, Alyssa, Tony, Marley, Jameson, Ribbon. Grandma loves you. And see you all next Saturday. Don't forget, Tuesday night, I have a video dropping at 6 p.m. Central, which is 7 p.m. Eastern. And it is another skull, but this one is magnets with resin, okay? And cat's eye powder. So all I can say is, oh, she's not going live tonight? I know. I got some more polishes on the way. So let me let everybody go, okay? And I will leave a comment down below the magnets one Tuesday night, and I will see you all next Saturday. So all I can say is, bye for now. Love you, Bentley. Wink, wink.